Dave? That's Dave Johnson. He never struck me as the kind of guy who'd go get small. Wow.
Well, when a movie comedy comes along with an idea as smart and funny as Downsizing, it has me at hello. And that's what this movie from Alexander Payne, one of the great directors of movie comedies that we have now. I'd put him on a level like Billy Wilder or Preston Sturges or Hal Ashby in terms of turning out comedies that also have social impact, wry concepts, and great execution. These are not cookie cutter kinds of movie comedies, but really smart movies that also make you think. When you talk about Alexander Payne, you're talking about a great lineup in a career that's already produced Sideways, About Schmidt, The Descendants, Nebraska. I could go on and on and on with all of the movies that he has turned out in recent years. Downsizing is clearly his most ambitious one, certainly from a technical point of view. It involves some very clever special effects, and it deals with the world and the current crisis that we're in terms of our planet, in terms of climate change, in terms of just trying to get by.
Downsizing takes the pressure right off, especially money pressure.
Well, and plus it must feel good to know you're really making a difference.
You mean all that crap about saving the planet?
Yeah.
Downsizing is about saving yourself.
Centered on a man, he's about 40, his name is Paul Sapranek. He's played by Matt Damon. Matt Damon is kind of the everyman character here that in another era Jimmy Stewart or Jack Lemmon might have played. Anyway, he's married to Audrey, who is played by Kristen Wiig. They go to his high school reunion, and there he meets a tiny kind of Tom Thumb-like character now, played by Jason Sudeikis. That's his old high school buddy, who has succumbed to the idea of miniaturizing himself and downsizing, as it were, from the title, which is now made possible through a major medical breakthrough where we can actually have people miniaturized, and they can go on and lead a life of luxury they could never have in their own world. And that's what's happened to the Jason Sudeikis character as he talks about the great life that he's now living at Leisure World, which is a tiny miniaturized community where he lives in a big mansion and all kinds of things that he could never do when he was just scraping by in the real world such as it was. And this is entirely a voluntary process. It's designed to help overpopulation in the world, which affects climate change and all sorts of things. Paul and Audrey decide to opt in and actually miniaturize themselves. They go through this process. This whole part of the film is absolutely hilarious, where it's basically an assembly line process. You'll have a great time watching this. I won't give away all the details of what happens here because it affects the plot in big ways, and I don't want to deliver too many spoilers because that truly would spoil the fun of Downsizing here. But suffice to say, this movie does not go in directions that you expect at all. And Paul eventually meets up with some very interesting, colorful characters, including Dusan and Joris. They are a couple of Euro trash aging playboys played by Christoph Waltz and Udo Kier. They're hilarious. Cigar-smoking guys who have really relegated themselves nicely to the world of being just 5 inches tall and made it work for them. Paul also meets along the way a Vietnamese refugee who lost a part of her leg and now walks on a prosthetic device. That is Nok, and she's played by Hong Chow, and this is really one of the wonderful supporting performances of the year. She's already been nominated for Golden Globes and Critics' Choice Awards and a SAG Award, and she steals pretty much every scene she's in here.
When I little girl, my father, he take me, my sister, go see butterfly. Near my village, they live in the tree. You know, they fly cold place to hot place every year. Stay tree, then go away, come back.
Like migrating butterflies.
Yes.
That sounds beautiful.
It will surprise you in many ways, and it will make you think, and that's what I loved about it. Because it's not just funny or entertaining, it's about something. Some people may go and think, you know, yuck, 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 and just want a stupid, dumb Hollywood comedy. This is not that, so don't expect that. This is something that could only have come from Alexander Payne and his co-writer Jim Taylor, and they've done a great job here. in realizing this concept. You've seen movies about miniaturized people before, but you've never seen one quite like Downsizing. This is one to see this holiday season. If you're a smart, thinking adult and want a good time at the movies, I say go.